Good afternoon. This is a very sad day for the Judiciary and the Judicial Service Commission. We are all deeply saddened by the passing of our colleague, the Honorable Mr. Justice David Majanja, a judge and a commissioner who served the Judiciary and the Judicial Service Commission with distinction. Justice Majanja passed away last evening at the Nairobi Hospital. He fell ill on Monday, the 8th July 2024, and was taken to the hospital where he was scheduled for surgery on Wednesday, July 10th, 2024. Although he successfully underwent surgery in the morning and was moved to the intensive care unit to recuperate, he unfortunately passed away last evening. Justice Majanja was first appointed to the High Court in 2011. He served as a judge in several stations, including the Constitutional and Human Rights Division. He served in the High Court at Homa Bay, Migori, Kisumu, Kisii, and at the Commercial and Tax Division. At the time of his passing, he was serving at the Milimani High Court Civil Division. Additionally, the Honorable Mr. Justice Majanja was elected as a Commissioner of the Judicial Service Commission, representing the Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association in May 2019. After completing his first 5-year term, he was re-elected for a second term in May 2024. He served as the chairperson of the Human Resource Management Committee of the Judicial Service Commission and was also a member of the Audit, Governance and Risk Management Committee and the Learning and Development Committees of the Judicial Service Commission. Honorable Mr. Justice David Majanja earned a Master's of Laws degree, LLM, from the University of Pretoria and a Bachelor of Laws from the University of Nairobi. He was admitted to the bar in 1998, and he had a successful career as a private practitioner before joining the judiciary as a judge in 2011. He also served as an assistant counsel for the Commission of Inquiry into the Post-Election Violence, what was known as the Waki Commission. Throughout his years of service at the High Court and at the Judicial Service Commission, Justice Majanja was passionate about preserving and protecting the rule of law and ensuring fair administration of justice. He dedicated his life to advancing these values, committed to applying the law fairly and impartially to ensure equal justice for all. Justice Majanja upheld the dream entrusted to him and made significant contributions to the cause of justice and the development of our jurisprudence, which is applied as precedent in other courts and also by students in the universities and law school. Amongst these many landmark decisions include the case of the Crown Beverage Limited versus MFI Document Solutions, where he held that statutes should be interpreted in a manner that promotes access to justice. To mention just a few, also the case of Kenya Bus Service Limited and another versus the Minister for Transport, and two others in 2012, where he held that the mandatory 30 days notice of intention to sue the government is a violation of the right to access to justice and amounts to unjustified limitation of a right within a democratic society. The case of Samura Engineering and others versus KRA is another one where the judge recognized that the 2010 Constitution and constitutionalized administrative actions and required that all exercise of public power be justified to be in compliance with the law. We would do well to follow, as we have been following, its exemplary path in these distinguished cases that he determined. At the Judicial Service Commission, Justice Majanja played a leading role in the development of the various policies and programs, including the Judicial Service Code of Conduct and Ethics. He also developed judiciary human resource policies and procedural manual, administrative policies for the declaration of income and assets and liabilities, and regulations for handling petitions and complaints against the judges. He was busy working on a draft registration to institutionalize the National Council on the Administration of Justice. Justice Majanja, as the chair of the Committee on the Administration of Justice, also worked very hard to develop those policies that guide the judiciary, and as the chair or member of the Training and Development Policy, developed a training manual on capacity building programs for judges and judicial officers, and other incentive policy for the judiciary, including data policy for the judiciary and the case load data policy for the judiciary. The judiciary, indeed, at the JSC and his family are saddened by the sudden death of the Honorable Mr. Justice Majanja. We are working together with the family on the funeral arrangements, and we, as the Judiciary and the Judicial Service Commission, are waiting to be guided by the family on their wishes to once this end. But we, as the Judiciary and JSC, will hold a ceremony of closing of the file proceedings here in the Judiciary, along with other memorial services in his honor. We will keep the public informed of the planned funeral arrangements so that we can provide friends, family, relatives an opportunity to wish and pay their last respects to our departed judge. Justice Majanja was a devoted servant of our nation, and his death leaves an irreplaceable void. We extend our deepest prayers and condolences to his family, friends, colleagues, and the Judiciary and Judicial Service Commission family. The judge has left a profound mark on our justice institutions and on the rule of law. we have been privileged to witness his intense passion for the rule of law, for administering justice to all without fear and favor, and his abiding devotion to the institutions that he served, the Law Society, the Judiciary, and the Judicial Service Commission, and indeed his family and community. May his soul rest in peace forever and ever. Thank you very much.